Okay, in Malaysia, we only take 3 types of e-invoicing. And then 2 types is to prove our income, and the last one is to prove our expenses. Okay, so standard invoice to prove our income. So what is standard invoice? Standard invoice is the step 1 until 6. Just now I already explained the 6 step. So second way to prove our income is consolidated. Okay, consolidated e-invoice. What is consolidated e-invoice? So this one usually customer don't want invoice. Mostly is B2C business. Okay, mostly doesn't mean that 100%. Still got some B2B, B2G customer that don't want invoice. Okay, we still consider as consolidated invoice. So this one I will explain how we submit our income. Okay, and when we need to submit the income. Later I will explain this part. And the last one is to prove our expenses, self-billing. So just now I already say the supplier must give me the valid invoice only we can claim tax So not possible we ask the supplier to give us the normal invoice Not possible, not logic. Okay, for here the self-billing only certain scenario. Okay, those our supplier is not possible. Okay, to give us invoice. Okay, not logic. Okay, to give invoice, and then only we use the self-billing So one of the example is the employment Just like I said, employment is example. So employment is not doing any business. How they give you invoice? If they sell the second car, second phone. And also import. If you import from overseas, how the supplier go and learn my invoice portal and how they know need to issue invoice, how to issue invoice. So that's why there is a procedure there. We need to do this self billing to prove our expenses. Okay, so I will go into one by one. So first of all, I will talk about the standard invoice. So standard invoice is the 6 step just now. I don't want to spend more time on here. And then you see the 72 hours. And then after 72 hours, need to issue credit note and debit note. So in part 2, I already covered all this. So except for the formats. Okay, you see the formats. Any required formats? No standard formats. Okay, required. So you can use any formats to print your invoice, or you use your normal formats, your invoice formats. But make sure you got provide the QR code. So the QR code must be print on your invoice. So before you submit, send to your customer. So each invoice is unique QR code. This one is a compulsory field. Other than this, it's open format. So it's up to you how you present also can. But if other legal department they need some requirements, so that one you need to follow. Okay, other legal department like custom they need the SSN number to be provided. Okay, SST number, service tax number, exempted tax number, all these you must follow. So but for income tax, no standard format. Okay, income tax is open format, any format also can. Okay, so this is the sample format. So this sample format got 55 field. So doesn't mean that you need to print out 55 field for your customer. I don't think so. So submit to LHN, get validation, yes, 55 field, but print out any format. Except for the QR code. QR code must print. You must print anywhere in your invoice. Okay. So if you provide the QR code, is considered as a standard invoice. No QR code is called normal invoice. Normal invoice. So 2 different type invoice. If you want to deduct tax, you must make sure your invoice received got this QR code. And this is the format. You see, Suachong, the IC number they provide, but the TIN number not provide. So how we key in the TIN number, the income tax number, EI 00000 9-digit 0 and then 10. This is the formats. Okay, and this part is additional knowledge for you. So some industry like the e-wallet, okay, banking, hospital insurance, share market, telco, all these business, they can issue you invoice monthly basis, yearly basis, or quarterly basis based on their frequency, okay, of issue the invoice. So additional knowledge only, not all the business. So only certain business. Example, telco. You see, telco issue you the money charges. So not possible. You call one supplier, okay, and then give you one invoice, 30 cents. Another supplier give you another invoice, 30 cents. So many invoice you need to prepare your accounting. So it's very, very troublesome. Okay. So for this telco business, they're allowed to send you, okay, you see the bill 1st August until 31st August. So total money charges, okay, for your telephone bill is 60 ringgit. Other charges is 15 ringgit. Okay, this is the format. And also the TIN number is provide, okay, but the IC number is not provide. So IC number you must put this 00000, okay, all together 12 digit 0. Okay, this is the format. Okay, in case of this IC number cannot be blank, so this is the format how we fill in into our system. Okay, so next, consolidated e-invoice. Okay, so only two format, standard invoice and consolidated invoice is to prove our income. So consolidated is those customer they don't want the bill. Okay, so you just give normal receipt or normal invoice. Got it already, or you buy a cashier machine or manual receipt book also can for this kind of customer. But okay, so we need to submit for consolidated with their reference number, and then this reference number must fill in, okay, in the description column. Okay, that's why your receipt book cannot be blank, or you at least got the numbering one. Okay, and if you got 2 branch, then you assign each branch 1 manager, okay, to prepare the consolidated report. This consolidated report must submit, okay, to LHDN 7 calendar day of the following month. So example, June, total sales 100K. So 100K accounting on June 100K. But to submit for validation, for submit, okay, to my invoice portal, 7 days of calendar month of following month. Okay, so 7 July must submit the total amount 100K. This 100K is exclude all those customers already taken the invoice. So this is the format. So you see the format. IC number no. IC number no, then NA not available. So address no, contact number no, NA. And then the income tax number EI0010 again, no, EI0010. Okay, so very important this number. And then the buyer's name, you cannot put all the customer name here. That's why you put general public team. Okay, so easy only. This is the format for consolidated. And then you see the numbering 1110 until 1112, total 3000. Quantity put one only. Okay, very easy. No need to put 3 bill, 4 bill. No need, just put 1. And then the description 1114. Okay. And then 115 missing again, 1116 until 2450, total 34,900. So why is the invoice is missing 113 and 115? Questions? Why 113 and 115 missing from this consolidation report? This is because the customer already requests for e-invoice. That's why you cannot campur here. If you campur here, then it's double tax already. Okay, duplicate tax. 2 times your income report to LHDN. So either you report using the standard invoice or you report using consolidated, only one way. You choose either one. Okay, so this is the reason. Another format. So this format usually apply for B2B. So you see the previous one is B2C. So a lot of number, a lot of document is not taken by the customer. Okay, so however, this one most of the invoice already customer request for invoice. Only 3 customer not request, they do not request for invoice. Okay, and then these 3 invoice, I still need, I also need to submit for consolidated invoice. Okay, remember 7 calendar day of following month. Okay, if you forgot to submit on 7 day, okay, the penalty, you imagine the PCB penalty, same penalty with PCB, so same penalty with PCB. Okay, so for this consolidated invoice, usually they got 2 scenarios. Customer on the spot, they request for the invoice. Or after they go back to office, after a few days time, then only they request for invoice. Okay, how we handle all this transaction. Okay, later I explain. So, but okay, based on the guideline, only the same month we require to provide, okay, the standard invoice. After the same month, you can say no to the customer. Okay, if after the same month, you can say no to the customer. If within the same month, customer request, it's your duty. Okay, it's your duty to prepare the invoice for them. Okay, how to prepare later, I show you. Okay, so why within the same month, not after the same month? So just now I say 7 calendar day. 7 calendar day, you minus the Saturday, Sunday. Monday is public holiday. Okay, and then Tuesday, don't know. Okay, maybe send children to clinic. Okay, another holiday. So you only got 2 to 3 days to prepare your consolidated report. Still remember the consolidated report, you must exclude all the transaction already submit for invoice. So it's time. If you don't have accounting system, it's time for you to prepare the report manually. If you got accounting system, easy, one click accounting. Okay. If you don't have accounting system, you still need to prepare the report manually. Okay, that's why I strongly recommend after the same month, don't catch out. Okay, ask the customer, tell the customer, okay, based on the guideline, no need no. If the customer die one invoice, then you issue next month. Okay, credit note to the consolidated invoice, the number must provide for the credit note, and then issue another new invoice for next month. Not this month. This month can't catch out. Okay, so if you want on this month, request invoice must request on the same month. And then if the customer requests for standard invoice, ask the customer provide at minimum IC or their income tax number. Either one. So if they provide both, best lah. Okay. If they don't have only one, one. So later, previous, I got show you some slide how to fill in the IC number if the IC number is blank. Okay, they will provide. So for non-Malaysian minimum passport number. So minimum passport number as a if they request for standard invoice, I don't know. Maybe they work here in Malaysia, they got pay Malaysia tax. If they not work here, I don't think they got pay tax in Malaysia, then usually no need the invoice for foreign buyers. Okay, non-Malaysian buyers. Okay. Based on LHDN guideline, they got 4 ways to prepare this if the customer requests for standard invoice. Okay. If the customer on the spot requests for standard invoice, they suggest to provide the website or apps, okay, to the buyers. So let the buyers generate the invoice, okay, themselves. This is way number 1. So second way is via the accounting system, any accounting system. So via any accounting system, you ask the company to issue, okay, invoice for you. So the third one is the e-invoice apps. Just now I said got one apps provided by government is free, okay. This one you can generate the invoice as well. And then the last one is post transaction. So after you go back to office, okay, I strongly recommend so those companies provide their website or apps, okay, allow their customer to do it themselves. If not, the customer always call you, and then you do. Okay. So it's very troublesome for you as well. Okay, these are suggestions. Okay, these are suggestions from LHDN guideline. So okay, for petrol station, okay, strongly recommend and provide their company apps and website. And then for the post system, okay, much more easier now because my invoice apps provide the QR code. Like last time we prepare our My Sejahtera also got the QR code. So we just show the QR code to the merchant. So merchant just scan. So all the information will capture into their accounting system. So I believe later they will build in all this function. And then so just now I say the government provide the apps. So you see the got 2 apps here. One is called My Tax, another one is called My Invoice. So you see the logo here. So make sure you download the right one. My Invoice. Don't download the wrong one, My Tax. Okay, the My Invoice one. So the My Invoice, after you log in, you see the QR code. Just now I say got the QR code, so you can apply anyway. You can apply if and then pass to merchant if using the My Invoice apps. So you see this buyer login and the seller login actually is same. So if seller login, they need to use this new document to generate invoice. So when generate invoice, they need the buyer's information. So you can scan the QR code. You can scan their apps. Ask them to open their apps. You can use your My Invoice apps to scan the buyer My Invoice apps. Okay. So it's much more easier and easier. You can download and try now. Okay, this My Invoice apps. Don't wait until next year. This year, go download it. It's FOC. So you log in to these apps and then you can start collect, okay, your invoice already. No need to wait until next year. So you go to the merchant, okay, see anywhere merchant, their system is invoicing ready. Then you provide this QR code, ask them to issue invoice for you. Okay. So the last one is the post transaction. You see Golang Kaki here. You go back to your house, go back to your office, then only you guys. So strongly recommend is using the website. So you see one of the sample is very good is AutoCount accounting system. AutoCount, we have our own website rendered to all our clients. So you just ask your merchant, okay, information regarding this AutoCount website. We call AutoCount e-invoicing portal. So every year only we charge 180. Not expensive, 180. So you don't need to set up your own website. You don't need to set up your own apps. Okay. So the second method is Family Mart. You see, Family Mart is similar with AutoCount software. So you see, also provide this QR code. Okay, for their receipt. And then another example is DIY. DIY system not ready yet. So ask you to get the invoice, okay, on their counter. If for the original store you purchase. And then before third calendar day of next following month. Okay, this is DIY method. So you see, compliant with this 4 method as long as all of the method, okay, apply, okay, by this merchant, it's okay already. So you just follow their instruction. So if let's say you want to request for invoice, either deduct for your company or for your personal tax relief purpose. Okay. So this is the idea how consolidated invoice generate become standard invoice. So one of the key point is make sure you get the invoice before end of the month. Okay, not everyone like my Mr. DIY. You see, Mr. DIY very good. Give you 3 days. Okay, to request. Okay, for the same calendar month. Next calendar month give you 3 days. Very good. So not all the system allow, not all the merchant allow, because they not everyone got enough. Not every business, okay, got enough manpower. By the way, not all business can issue consolidated invoice. So our government, okay, income tax officer, they smell the money, they know where you spend most. So for those you spend most, they need a proof evidence. They need your IC as well. So example, automotive, okay, if you buy cars, so you need to provide your IC. You cannot simply buy car without your identity. Okay. So this information we're going to for data analysis purpose. So how many cars you buy every year? Okay. Flight ticket, luxury good and jewelry. Okay, you see all this cannot. You now luxury good still in discussion yet. Okay, not finalized yet. But future cannot lah. You buy luxury good, you still need to provide your IC. And then construction business under this income tax construction regulation contract lah. Okay, this act compulsory. Okay, compulsory to provide the detail, okay, of the buyers. And then wholesale and retail of construction material, hardware shop. So if the hardware shop you got sell all these construction material, as long as fall under this fourth schedule, this fourth schedule, as long as the item you sell fall under this fourth schedule, you need the customer IC. Okay, you cannot simply sell for this item. And then the license betting and gaming, okay, for those betting and gaming activity, casino. So casino not sure yet, okay, but for those you lottery, okay, you buy lottery one, so you win lottery, you need to provide your IC, okay. And the last one is commission or rebate, commission and rebate. So you also provide your IC, okay. For the merchant is their expenses proof. Immediately you become your income proof, okay. So it's a debit credit system. Okay, and we move forward to the last, okay, last e-invoicing method. Okay, Malaysia only got 3. The last one is called self-billing. Self-billing is to prove your expenses. Okay, so this one actually we seldom apply to prove our expenses. Why we need to prove our expenses? As long as you do business, you need to provide me invoice. So only this scenario, you see, only those scenario is the party not required to provide the invoice, or the party is very not logic to provide. Okay, example, commission. Commission, one person provide lah. Okay, you cannot say you ask the merchant send you invoice and yourself need to prove the expenses. In both party issue in invoice, then double tax. That's why if I pay commission, I'm the one issue credit note. I'm the one do the self bill. Okay, or payment voucher. I do the payment voucher and then I do self bill. Or the payment agent. Regardless it's business or individual. Okay, as long as I pay commission, I need the T number or IC number. Foreign supplier, import. So we import, so we also need to prove the expenses from the import. Okay, so this one also do self-billing. Dividend distribution or profit distribution. Why just now I say example, now here need to do the self-bill. Okay, here is talking about those partnership. You see partnership, the profit 100K, 2 partners, each partner 50K, and then this must be taxed on the individual. So this is called self-billing. Okay, ask the partnership company issue self-billing for business owner A and business owner B. Okay, for the partner A and partner B. Okay, e-commerce platform. E-commerce platform got so many merchants. That's why I say not reasonable, not logic. Ask all the merchants send invoice before I make payment, okay, to this merchant. So imagine how many staff, okay, for this e-commerce business they need to hire. Then only can call all the merchant to get the invoice, collect all the invoice. Not logic. Okay, that's why this merchant immediate issue self-bill, okay, and then pay you. So for the merchant, they can prove their expenses. For the e-commerce, okay, is a proof their expenses. For the merchant, immediate reflect as their income. Okay, so this is how e-invoicing for self-billing works. And then the last one, okay, the giving lottery. Okay, you win lottery, you buy lottery is their income. You win lottery is their expenses. So they cannot simply pay you. Okay, simply pay you cannot deduct tax. That's why I need your IC. So last three. So for last three, I explained the interest payment first, and the claim, insurance claim. Interest payment, I put money in bank and then I earn interest. I put money in bank, earn interest. So the bank suppose need invoice okay, from you, your income your interest income. So not possible. Bank ask all their staff to request invoice from all the businessmen, okay, entrepreneur. So it's very time consuming and then very costly for bank also lah. That's why. So bank want to pay you interest, they immediately pay you interest, but they will do the self-billing lah. Okay, this is how the idea works. And the last one, insurance agent also. Insurance claim, insurance company pay you money, so immediately they will do the self-billing lah. Okay, so the last one, I will go back to the transaction with individual who are not conducting a business. You see, so the previous term is called acquisition of goods and services from individual taxpayer. So individual taxpayer could be the partnership and sole proprietor, but remove and replace with transaction with individual who are not conducting a business. Meaning that I can do self-bill only for those scenario the party, okay, the supplier is not a business. Example, okay, second-hand car. If the second-hand car dealer, okay, the car dealer, I buy the car from the seller, okay, the seller is a employee. Employee, yes, employee won't give me e-invoice, okay. That's why I will get the IC and then I will do the self-bill to prove these expenses. I buy the car from this employee. But if let's say this employee got another business that sell is a merchant business, okay, selling on Lazada and Shopee, every month got 10,000, 20,000 profit, okay. So it's a sole proprietor business. And this sole proprietor business have to issue invoice when they're selling the car. Because here's a transaction with individuals who are not conducting a business. So 100% employment income is not considered as a business. If you got second business, and then must ask your second business issue invoice when you're selling your car. Another example, if let's say the bookstore got a lot of van car come and sell books. Every day got the van come, okay, to sell books and stationery. So I'm the bookstore owner, I buy it, and then I keep the bill, 1,000. Every month I got 10 bill, okay, this purchase invoice got 10. Total got 10,000. This 10,000 can issue sell bill or not? Because the van seller only sell and provide the normal receipt okay, they don't have system, they provide me normal receipt only. So every month I got 10 bill each bill 1,000 so 10,000. So this 10,000 can I do the self bill myself to prove these expenses? The answer is no. Why? Because when purchase still consider a business. Okay, you should ask the van, okay, salesman to provide you invoice. That's the proper way, okay, to handle invoice. You don't have enough staff to handle all these self-billing transaction, okay, and then your account admin, okay, don't have more time to handle all this. As long as the party, the seller, okay, the seller is doing business, it's their duty to give you invoice. If not, they will going to do consolidation by end of the month. If let's say they sell me books, I not request for standard invoice, then they need to submit consolidated invoice. Then myself, I do the self bill also 2 times the tax to this van seller. It's not object. Only one party need to issue invoice. Okay. But okay, let's say same example, bookstore. I am Utah student. I sell my second books to the bookstore. Then this one can because I'm individual. I'm Utah student. I don't have any business. I'm student only I sell second books. So this bookstore collect the books and then pay. They need a proof to claim the expenses So on this part, yes, self-billing work. Okay, they can issue self-billing to this Utah student. Okay, but when purchase, no, because they are business. Okay, so This is the example I believe you can understand. If you cannot understand, you repeat my video until you understand on this part. Okay, don't simply issue self-billing, because this self-billing going to become the income. And then this self-billing, you need to provide the document also as a proof of the invoice. Self-billing in invoice. Later I show you the format. So I give you more example regarding the self-billing. So let's say these 3 employee, very hardworking, and then save a lot of money, buy this building for Excel software, rent to Excel software. Okay, Excel software no money, so they rent this building. Okay, 3,000 every month. So I pay to this 3 employee every month 3,000 I pay. Before invoice, I issue voucher, got demo. So after invoice, I need extra job. Okay, I cannot simply just pay voucher, got demo. Cannot. I still need to do the self-billing. I collect their IC, their address, their phone number, okay, and their contact number. Okay, minimum this 4 information. I need to self-bill 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 for each person. If let's say they not agree with the portion, they say horn must be 2,000, then I put 2,500 for yen and the horn. This is the idea. So that's why right now, please check with your tenancy agreement, check with your landlord. Okay, make sure your landlord is doing business or individual. You need to understand first. Okay, if they are individual, they don't have any business, then you got extra work after invoice implement. So if they're doing business, please inform them, ask them to provide you invoice. You can ask them to provide you invoice right now. Okay, so you say you're doing business, you need the invoice to claim tax. Next example, import goods. Okay, import goods, overseas supplier don't have ID to log into my invoice portal. So that's why we based on your custom clearance form. Okay, before end of next month, after you receive the custom clearance form, regardless you make payment or not, you receive the invoice or not, regardless you send the goods to customer, you receive the goods or not, don't care. As long as you receive the clearance form, so end of next month, make sure you declare, okay, the self-billing. So if example here, your 1st July, okay, you get the clearance form, then end of August, you need to submit to my invoice portal for the self-billing invoice. And self-billing invoice for import services. Import services, example, Facebook, Google advertisement, Facebook advertisement, this all advertisement based on your payment or invoice first. Okay, either one. So if you pay first, then based on your payment date, end of next month also. Okay, end of next month also, you must issue e-invoice. Okay, so how about the e-commerce platform? So e-commerce platform, just now I say they will self-bill you, also self-bill the logistic company. Okay, so 2 key points here. First, e-commerce platform will self-bill you if you are the individual sell in Shopee and Lazada. Individual. Okay, so make sure you register a company. If not, after the e-commerce self-bill you, your income cannot deduct any tax. Okay, so this one you must understand. Before invoice, yes, you can sell in Shopee, sell in Lazada. You forgot pay tax, it's up to you. Okay, but after invoice, you cannot say you forgot pay tax, because once invoice e-commerce, they issue self-billing, they can deduct tax for e-commerce business. Okay, but for the other party, let's say you are the merchant, so it's become your income, proof of your income, immediate. Okay, another issue is the e-invoice. You still remember just now I say consolidated invoice is 7 calendar day. Shopee, Lazada also say if you not request any invoice, they need to submit for consolidation also. So make sure if you buy something for your company want to claim tax, make sure you request e-invoice from this e-commerce platform. I give you an example. You see the Shopee, okay? Shopee apps, from the view purchase history here, you click your complete transaction. After that, you will see, you scroll down, you can see this e-invoice. Okay, then you can request now. So after you request now, you can request by individual or business. If you want to deduct tax for your business, then you put your company information and then you submit for your request. Okay, submit for request. So this is how the idea works. Make sure after e-invoice start, make sure you got request all the e-invoice from Shopee and Lazada purchase. You cannot say I don't know, I don't want. If you don't know, you don't want, you cannot deduct tax. Okay, so only the validated e-invoice you can deduct tax. So you see this Shopee, they provide the term and condition, third day of the following month. Okay, 6 days. Some e-commerce is end of the month. Okay, depends on their company policy. But I believe all these policy won't more than 7 days. Okay, all their policy not possible that more than 7 days. Usually it's 3 days. Usually it's 3 days of the following month. They still allow you to generate your invoice. Okay. So for self-billing invoice, you see this is the format. Okay, the invoice type still self-billing invoice, and then the this part is the sellers. Okay, sellers. Alright, the seller is on top. So to balik, you issue invoice to the sellers. So the seller information, the IC number, income tax number, you put here, and then the MSIC code you can leave it 000 5 digit 0. No need MSIC code for self-billing. No need. You just put 0000000, no, regardless whatever transaction. So for self-billing, okay, and then the description must clearly state, okay, this is for commission agent 20% of 600,000 and doctor 120,000. This is the format for self-billing invoice. For self-billing invoice, this is the format. Okay, so part 3 is up to here only. Part 3, I think I already explained a lot on the 3 type of invoice. So 2 is for proof your income. 1 is standard invoice. Another 1 is consolidated invoice. And then consolidated is those customers don't want the invoice. Make sure you submit the invoice 7 day of the calendar or the following month, calendar day of following month. Okay. So this is proof your income. To prove your expenses, not possible we prove our expenses. Always prove our expenses. No, if the seller is doing business, ask the seller provide you invoice. Okay. Regardless, they're doing different business. Okay, doing different business. As long as they do business, they are individual. They sell the car, but they are sole proprietor for Petronas station. Then you ask the Petronas station issue invoice. Okay, so this is a concept. So not two-way do invoice. Self-billing is not like that. So only one party. So and then this self-billing not only for individual, also for business. Only the scenario just now I list out 8 scenario. So you go and revision on my video until you understand. Okay, understand this part 3 is the most important for the whole invoicing. Okay, so I will continue next